You guys excited for the show tomorrow?
Yeah, I am. Shane's Shane. You can't really get a gauge on his excitement level. But I am, yeah. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah. See, now I came out here and scouted and planned the day before the show. I got out here bright and early because I'm like, I want to be sure that I know about where I got to be at, what I got to do.
Yeah, so did the guys who took a shot at Trump, I mean, it's important.
Yeah, a little bit of planning, instead of just hopping off an exit and be like, I'll wing it.
Right.
But that's what Shane was like. He's like, I'll just wing it. And then he got lost. He couldn't find the staging area.
Uh-huh.
So by the time he did find the staging, see, if you get here before 4 o'clock, you have to go to the staging area and you have to get some paperwork. And then you go to the convention. But if you get here after 4 o'clock, you have 1 hour window where you can just go to the convention center. So he got here at like 3:30. Could not find the staging area. I don't even know if he knew to go to the staging area.
Wait,
I wrote him. I said, I go, if you want to get in the show, you have to go to the staging area, that B&O Railroad. And I sent him the address.
What is the staging area?
Yeah, I know you were not in the army.
What is that?
The staging area is because we're in a busy area, so you have to go to the staging area. It's a big parking lot where they would send vehicles over this way, like in groups of 10. So once you get the paperwork, that way we're not making a big line going through the city. You see what I'm saying? Blocking up traffic.
And so Shane didn't know to do that. So what did he do?
He didn't know to do that. I sent him the email that had all the load-in instructions.
You know what it is?
He must have just thought I was sending him fan letters or something.
Yeah, no. I mean, because here's the thing: like Shane is used to being a prima donna, at these conventions. Like Shane's used to just showing up and having people kind of fawn over him and then drag him to where he needs to be. Because Shane's talent, you know what I mean? So he's never been a retailer or an exhibitor before.
Yeah.
So he really has no idea that nobody gives a shit, and you do have to follow rules.
Yeah. So, anyways, I had to guide him through the process because I got the pamphlet from the convention. I'm like, I guess I should probably read, what they send me.
Of course.
Shane just says, "Fuck it, I'll show up."
Yeah, exactly. See what I mean?
Yeah.
Superstar Shane Davis.
By the time he got to the staging area, it was after 4 o'clock. So he never should even bother to go there because it took him 45 minutes to find it. It's only a mile away.
Mm-hmm.
So anyways, they were closing up the staging area because it's supposed to close at 4. So I'm sitting there waiting till about 4:15. And the guy, I'm talking to him, because he's a talker, so he hops out of his truck and just starts chatting me up while I'm waiting for Shane to show up. And there's like nobody else really moving through there at all. Like they said the staging area, like the attendees is down. They said last year they had over 200 people on day 1 needing to go through the staging area, and this year it's like 170. So so it's not busy at all. But because Shane had to last minute everything, he got there late. I already had the paperwork taken care of, so all he had to do was put it on his dashboard and then follow me back to the convention center, drive up in there and get shit done. But that's what a little bit of advanced planning is good for.
That's what I'm saying. Like, again, Thomas Crooks flew a drone, over Bedford, or what was it, Butler, PA, over the site where he was going to shoot. Yeah, like he got like at least a day, 2 days prep time just to find where the best line of sight was in order to take a shot at the president.
That's fine.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't recommend it. I'm just saying, he's not a dummy.
Well, I mean, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail.
Right. Yep. So, anyways, so we had to turn what could have been a real comfortable day of setting up into a last minute dash to just get materials into the convention center before we had to leave. So we still have to get stuff together tomorrow. So that's that.
Thanks, Shane.
Yeah, thanks, Shane.
You know, John, if I would have read your emails. You know what I mean? I would have. I would have made sure that I was at the staging area because I'm not a prima donna. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
I never expected anyone to, go out of their way for me back when I was going to conventions all the time as superstar Ethan Van Sciver. But Shane Davis, old habits die hard for Shane Davis.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now
he's lucky I had all this shit figured out. He would have been lost.
Thank God for you, man.
Yeah. Oh, you know what's crazy?
What?
I don't know. Is Shane retarded?
Why?
He might be wearing my brother's badge because I have Shane's right here. Look at this.
What the hell?
There's Shane's badge. Like, what badge is he wearing? Did he just grab a random badge and say that must be me? He is a prima donna.
Yeah,
he wants to look important.
No, it's not that. It's that he's like he's just expecting to be met downstairs by some representative from the show, some woman who's going to be like, "Oh, Shane Davis, we're so happy to have you here. We're really honored." Okay, did you get everything? Did you get the complimentary breakfast that we sent up and the bottle of wine? Oh, fantastic. We're so excited to have you here, Shane. Okay, now here's what we're going to do. I'm going to take you into the show. And then Shane has a bored look on his face. And just kind of like, yeah.
Complete disinterest. Right.
Art bag slung over his shoulder, walks into the show. People, like, there's a lineup of people waiting to get in. And they're all like, Shane Davis, ah! And Shane's like, hey. Can we move a little bit faster, please? And then they take him into the show. They sit him down behind his table and like, now, Shane, if there's anything we can get for you, Diane here is your personal assistant, and she's going to get everything you need, okay? Okay, have a great show. And Shane's just like, fuck you, bitch, under his breath. Now, that's how Shane, used to be. Like, that's how Shane's used to being treated at these conventions. Shane has never been a working man before. Blue collar, guy who's got to sit behind his own table. He's got to run his own business. Nobody gives a fuck, and he's got to actually sell his comics to a disinterested public. He's never had to do that before. And it's going to be an eye-opening experience for Shane Davis. Big eye-opening experience for that prima donna.
Yeah.
Now, John, you are a man of the people. Like, you've always, even when you were working at Extreme and Marvel Comics, like you never let it go to your head. You're always on time, punctual, there to help to meet the fans and everything. And
I don't mind lifting a few boxes.
Of course.
Yep. Gotta be done.
Yeah, right. I mean, you set up your own space and everything, and Shane's never had to do any of that. Never. Yeah.
Yep.
He's been.
I don't think we can fix him. I think he's. That's it.
This is going to be a nice cold
shower. We're going to have to help Shane out through his whole life.
A rude awakening for Mange Davis, internet superstar, going into the belly of the beast where it's highly competitive, filled with skilled people, and Shane Davis is just an exhibitor, man. He is he is no different than any of these guys who have their booths, their small press booths. It's going to be good for him. I think it's going to be a humbling experience for Shane, a wake up call.
Yeah, he's not going to have a breakdown.
Much needed one.
Is he?
He might have a tantrum. Yeah, why wouldn't he have a tantrum? He might throw a fit. You got to be responsible for
Hold on, I almost forgot about this. So we were setting up, and there were two ladies that worked at the they were they're I don't know they're bringing tables out. They work for the show,
right?
And they're kind of this older lady. She's kind of staring off, and Shane is he's like, why is this lady staring at me? And I look up at her, and she's kind of staring off from him. And I'm like, I don't.
What a psycho!
I'm like, well, no, I'm like, I don't think she's staring at you. I don't know. And And then the girl next to him, this black girl, you know how black people are, she's going to be loud and just say what it is. Yeah. And I can hear her. She goes, I think he's looking at you thinking you looking at him. And I go, exactly.
That is funny.
Yeah, but Shane was ready to fight her.
What the hell?
Shane was ready to fight. He's like, why is this lady looking at me? It's like, what are you staring her down?
Yeah.
Shane's ready to go. He's ready to fucking kickbox her. I was like, holy shit, Shane.
Well, I mean, Shane saw what happened to you, and he's expecting the worst, at this convention. Like, and by the way, it didn't happen to him. You know what I mean?
Oh,
the thing is, it happened to you, and it didn't happen to him. He's got survivor's guilt. That's like a big deal with Shane Davis. He's got survivor's guilt, and now he's just like looking to get thrown out of his show.
Oh, Jesus. I didn't even think about oh my God. Is that what he's gonna do?
Yes.
Yeah, because he was ready to go. I was like, holy shit, Shane. She's just some old lady. She probably can't, she's probably blind, just looking. He's ready.
Yeah.
He's like, I didn't know. And that's what he said after that black girl said that. He's like, I didn't know if I was doing something wrong. That's what he said. Like, no, you're fine. It's just like, what do you think you're doing wrong, Shane? You're setting up. Like everybody else here.
Yeah, and again, all eyes on Shane Davis. You know what I mean? Like, seriously, like, everybody look at Shane. It's Shane Davis, Superman artist. It's like, no, you're just, you're setting up a booth. You got your own comic book company now. You're not here on DC Comics dime. You're here on your own dime. And now, you've got to actually do something. Like, not everybody's not going to suck your dick for once. It's like you're going to have to get used to it. It's going to be interesting.
Shane might actually, well, I mean, he's definitely talented. But he might be better off bringing someone like Yanzi. He needs a personality there.
Yeah, he sure does.
A friendliness. I don't know if Shane really has that in him. He sucks the life out of people. Yeah, maybe.
He's like a walking black hole.
This. I don't know.
Yeah. He's not really a salesman,
Right. Yeah, he needs Yanzi for sure. But I don't know.
He's always got one on him like Eeyore from Winnie the Pooh. Just bother.
Yeah. Shane, even on Christmas morning, Shane Davis has the affect of a man whose car broke down on Route 95 in the middle of nowhere, and it's 95 degrees out. Like, that is Shane Davis, like, at the best of times. He's like sweaty, running his hand through his hair, just like,
And then he does the mange thing, like, but it's like, it's still abrasive. And I know he's already planned on charging people $5 for fucking photos, but he's not going to tell them they're $5 till after the fact.
Right.
Like, it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing.
It is embarrassing, yeah. No couth.
He tried doing that at C2E2. I forgot he did that shit at Tampa Bay, and then someone wanted a photo with him. They don't want a photo with him because he's mange. They think he's Tiger King.
Yeah, of course.
And so they're like, "Oh, can I get a picture with you?" And he's like, "Yow." And then he holds his hand out, like, after the photo, and people are like, do I shake it? Like, what? Like $5. Like, oh, dude, really?
Wait,
And so it's total cringe, man.